Hello and welcome to this video on love mistakes no one told you about. Love is a beautiful thing, but it can also be complicated, confusing, and sometimes even painful. In this video, we'll be discussing some common mistakes people make when it comes to love and relationships that no one really talks about. So if you're ready, let's get started. Mistake 1: looking for perfection. When it comes to love, many of us have certain expectations and ideals about what our perfect partner should be like. We may have been influenced by romantic movies, books, or even social media, where we see images of what we believe to be perfect relationships. However, this idealization of perfection can be a dangerous trap. The problem with looking for perfection in a partner is that it's simply not realistic. No one is perfect, and expecting perfection from your partner can lead to disappointment and frustration. In fact, this search for perfection can prevent us from finding a truly fulfilling and healthy relationship, as we focus too much on flaws rather than strengths. Additionally, looking for perfection in a partner can lead to a lack of self-awareness. If we're always searching for someone else to complete us or make us happy, we may neglect our own personal growth and development. It's important to remember that we are responsible for our own happiness, and a healthy relationship is one where both partners support each other's growth and encourage each other to be the best version of themselves. Instead of searching for perfection in a partner, it's important to focus on finding someone who is compatible with us and shares similar values and goals. A good partner should be someone who is kind, respectful, supportive, and committed to the relationship. By letting go of the idea of perfection and focusing on building a strong foundation for a healthy relationship, we can find true happiness and fulfillment in our love lives. Mistake 2: ignoring red flags. In the early stages of a relationship, it's easy to overlook certain behaviors or actions that may be warning signs of future problems. These warning signs, or red flags, may be small at first, but they can escalate into bigger issues if they are ignored. Ignoring red flags in a relationship can lead to a lot of pain and heartache in the long run. It's important to be aware of what these red flags are and to take them seriously. Some common red flags to watch out for include: lack of communication. If your partner doesn't communicate with you openly and honestly, or if they avoid important conversations, it could be a sign that they are not fully committed to the relationship. Disrespectful behavior. If your partner is consistently disrespectful towards you, whether it's through words or actions, it's important to address this behavior and make it clear that it's not acceptable. Controlling behavior. If your partner tries to control your actions, behavior, or who you spend time with, it's a major red flag. A healthy relationship should be built on trust and respect, not control. Dishonesty. If your partner is not truthful with you or lies to you, it can be a sign of deeper issues. Trust is a fundamental aspect of any relationship, and dishonesty can erode that trust over time. It's important to take these red flags seriously and to address them with your partner as soon as possible. Ignoring them will only make things worse in the long run. If your partner is unwilling to change their behavior or address the issues in the relationship, it may be time to consider ending the relationship altogether. In conclusion, ignoring red flags in a relationship can be a costly mistake. By being aware of what these red flags are and addressing them early on, we can save ourselves a lot of heartache and build healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the long run. Comparing your relationship to others. One of the most common mistakes people make in relationships is comparing their own relationship to those of others. This is often fueled by social media, where we see images of happy couples and seemingly perfect relationships. However, comparing our own relationship to others can be a major mistake that can lead to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and even resentment. The first reason why comparing our relationship to others is a mistake is that we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. What may seem like a perfect relationship on social media may be far from it in reality. We're only seeing a snapshot of someone's life, and it's easy to get caught up in the illusion of perfection. This can lead to unrealistic expectations and a sense of inadequacy in our own relationship. The second reason why comparing our relationship to others is a mistake is that every relationship is unique. Every couple has their own strengths and weaknesses, and what works for one couple may not work for another. Comparing our relationship to others takes away from the special qualities that make our relationship unique. It's important to focus on building a strong foundation based on our own values, goals, and desires. Finally, comparing our relationship to others can lead to jealousy and resentment. When we see other couples who seem to have everything we want, it's easy to feel envious and resentful. This can create a toxic environment in our own relationship and can make it difficult to build a strong, healthy connection with our partner. In conclusion, comparing our relationship to others is a mistake that can lead to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and resentment. Instead, we should focus on building a strong foundation based on our own values, goals, and desires. Every relationship is unique, and it's important to celebrate the special qualities that make our own relationship special. By doing so, we can build a healthy, fulfilling relationship that is unique to us. Trying to change your partner. One of the most common mistakes people make in relationships is trying to change their partner. This can take many forms, from trying to change their appearance or behavior, to trying to change their interests or values. However, trying to change your partner is a mistake that can lead to resentment, conflict, and even the breakdown of the relationship. The first reason why trying to change your partner is a mistake is that it's disrespectful. Your partner is an individual with their own thoughts, feelings, and desires. When you try to change them, you're essentially saying that you don't accept them for who they are. This can create feelings of hurt and anger, and can damage the trust and respect in your relationship. The second reason why trying to change your partner is a mistake is that it's often based on unrealistic expectations. No one is perfect, and expecting your partner to be someone they're not is setting yourself up for disappointment. Instead of trying to change your partner, it's important to focus on accepting them for who they are, and finding ways to work together to build a strong, healthy relationship. Finally, trying to change your partner can lead to resentment and conflict. When your partner feels like you're constantly trying to change them, they may become defensive and resistant. This can create a cycle of conflict and tension that can be difficult to break. In conclusion, trying to change your partner is a mistake that can lead to resentment, conflict, and the breakdown of the relationship. Instead, it's important to focus on accepting your partner for who they are, and finding ways to work together to build a strong, healthy relationship. By doing so, you can create a relationship based on trust, respect, and love, and build a future together that is both fulfilling and rewarding. Losing yourself in the relationship. One of the most common mistakes people make in relationships is losing themselves in the relationship. This can happen when we become so focused on our partner that we neglect our own needs, interests, and values. While it's important to be supportive and invested in our relationship, it's equally important to maintain a sense of self and to cultivate our own passions and goals. The first reason why losing ourselves in the relationship is a mistake is that it can lead to feelings of resentment and dissatisfaction. When we neglect our own needs and interests, we may start to feel unfulfilled or unhappy in the relationship. This can lead to tension and conflict, and can make it difficult to build a strong, healthy connection with our partner. The second reason why losing ourselves in the relationship is a mistake is that it can create an unhealthy power dynamic. When one partner is more invested in the relationship than the other, it can create an imbalance of power that can lead to resentment and conflict. It's important for both partners to maintain a sense of self and to have their own passions and goals outside of the relationship. Finally, losing ourselves in the relationship can lead to a lack of growth and personal development. When we neglect our own interests and goals, we may miss out on opportunities for personal growth and development. This can create a sense of stagnation in the relationship and can make it difficult to build a fulfilling future together. In conclusion, losing ourselves in the relationship is a mistake that can lead to feelings of resentment, dissatisfaction, and a lack of personal growth. It's important for both partners to maintain a sense of self and to cultivate their own passions and goals. By doing so, we can build a strong, healthy relationship based on mutual respect, trust, and support, while also fulfilling our own individual needs and aspirations. In conclusion, love mistakes can be costly and lead to problems in a relationship. It's important to recognize these mistakes and work towards avoiding them in order to build a strong, healthy, and fulfilling relationship. In Section 2, we talked about the mistake of looking for perfection in a partner. We should recognize that no one is perfect, and we should focus on accepting our partner for who they are and working on building a strong, loving relationship. In Section 3, we talked about the mistake of ignoring red flags in a relationship. We should pay attention to warning signs and take them seriously in order to avoid a potentially toxic or unhealthy relationship. In Section 4, we talked about the mistake of comparing our relationship to others. We should focus on our own relationship and what we can do to make it strong and fulfilling, instead of comparing ourselves to others. In Section 5, we talked about the mistake of trying to change our partner. We should accept our partner for who they are and work together to build a strong, healthy relationship. In Section 6, we talked about the mistake of losing ourselves in the relationship. We should maintain a sense of self and cultivate our own passions and goals outside of the relationship, in order to build a fulfilling future together. By recognizing and avoiding these mistakes, we can build a strong, healthy, and fulfilling relationship with our partner. It's important to communicate openly and honestly with our partner, and to work together to overcome challenges and build a future filled with love, trust, and respect.